Turn on, tune in, drop out. It's important that you wear clothes that represent what you're going through when it comes to states of consciousness. This one particular, you turn on your state of knowing, your state of awareness, your common sense, that thing inside you that makes you question if everything is actually the way it seems it should be. You start asking questions. Why should I do that? Why should I get married? Why should I have kids? Why should I do this and that? Just the other day, my mum asked me if I was going to get married. I said no. She said, why? And she got upset. I said, simply because marriage is something people do if they belong to a religion. I don't belong to any religion. I'm not saying I don't believe in them. I just don't see myself as a Christian. So therefore, why would I have a Christian wedding? Doesn't quite add up, doesn't quite make sense. She freaked, just blew her mind. So ask questions. Why should you do this? Why should you live up to other people's expectations? Just ask as many questions as you can. When you find yourself asking questions, that's a good sign you're waking up. Tune in to yourself. Tune into your wisdom, your inner wisdom, your intuition. Tune into what your spirit says you should do. Take control of your energies. Take control of the untamed energies which you are filtering through your aura, which are making you behave in specific ways, which are detrimental and unevolving when it comes to your spiritual progression. Tune into whatever aspect makes you you. Your artistry. If you like to read books, buy a bookshelf, right? An entire library if you want. Set up an entire library. Be practical with it. It'll be great. Can you imagine if you're the type of person who likes to read, having your own library if you haven't already got one in your room? How amazing that'll make you feel. It will liberate you. It will tune you into your natural self. It will make you express who you actually are. If you love to paint, if you love to be physically active, take on a physically active sport. Be bold, be courageous, buy your own art studio. If you've got a spare room in your house, empty it. Use it as an art studio if you're creative, if you like pottery, if you like to create something. Tune into what makes you your artistry. This is your power, this is your source of inspiration and creation. This is most likely a skill that you've attained before you even incarnated here, which is why you're so darn good at it. Tune into who you are as your own unique being. There are so many other people in the world trying to be somebody else. Why would you want to be somebody else when you could be your own unique person and inspire the world? Add your own uniqueness to the world. It doesn't need to be the same as it already is, otherwise how do you expect the world to progress? You know what I mean? Steve Jobs knows exactly what I mean. Think different. And then, of course, you've got drop out of matriarchal society. Drop out of expectations of what sexes should be like, should act. Drop out of the whole man type society, Gangsters, man crisps, McCoy's man crisps. That subliminal programming that says if you're running a program where you think you should be manly and you're basing your life over this type of matriarchal primal energy and you're doing all these labor jobs because you don't want to seem like a sissy for doing something else, leave that stuff aside. That's old way of thinking. That's stupid. It's ignorant. It's ineffective. It's unrealistic because it's not who you are reality-wise. Your soul self. That's not who you are most likely. You need to become a balanced being. Balance the right side and the left side of your brain. Become artistic. Become feminine in a sense and use that as a power to ground yourself. If you're female, if you're male, ground yourself with it also. And you mix the two types of energy and put yourself in a certain job where you just don't care about everyone else. Just drop out of matriarchal society's expectations of what sexes should be like, of what your life should be like. The white picket fence, the dog in the house and the family, the kids, there's so many things that reality burdens upon and grooms you, and you might not even be aware of it. I asked my mum the other day, Mum, why'd you get married? She couldn't give me an answer. She said, you love somebody, you get married. I said, that's not a good enough answer, Mum. That's not, because it's not. Think about it. Why would you choose to get married if you're not a Christian in a Christian church surrounded by Christian beliefs if you're not religious? It doesn't make sense. What along your journey of growth in your life did you accept this to be a manifesting belief system or expectation that you think that you should carry out. Why did you do it? Is it because you saw your friends do it? Is because personally me, every time I was at a wedding, somebody would say, "Oh, soon it'll be you up there, Ryan." And I said, "Why? Why would it be me? I don't think I should even get married to start with. You know what I mean? Because I'm not Christian. It's a Christian type wedding. Why would I get married in the church? I'm not Christian. You know, and they didn't quite wrap their heads around it. Why? Because they were still tuned in to the old type of thinking, the old world, the way that people used to think. The end of that world, as they knew it, is finished. Okay, it finished in 2012. Drop out of all the old energies that trapped you down, the anxiety of not being good enough. Who says you're not good enough? You're perfect. You were born perfect. Be yourself. That's perfection. You know? It's just terrible. So, again, turn on, tune in, drop out.